welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Monday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go to our friends over in Western Australia in particular, of course, being to last year's champions in the Perth Football League. Of course, that's the Bassendean Football Club. And of course, we've got 7 very special guests joining us right now to tell us a bit about last year's success. Thanks all you for joining us. I'll get all you to introduce yourselves and tell us which position you all played on the field in last year's grand final.
Hey, I'm Yaz. I played predominantly midfield, but chopped in through halfback as well.
I'm Hayley Cole and I played in the midfield.
Hayley Cole. I'm McKaylee, also Macca, and I played in the forward pocket.
I'm Caitlin, also known as Hilly, and I played mostly in the middle as a ruck.
I'm Ashley, and I played mostly on forward line.
I'm Emily Stott. I would play in the ruck, switching out with Hilly, going forward. So.
Caitlin Hopkins, also known as Hoppy. I played mostly back pocket, up back.
Going back to last year and that Premiership success season in the C5 competition. So I want to ask, number one, has the Premiership sunk in yet? And tell us a bit about the 2022 season.
Premiership definitely sunk in at the time. No, it was a really good one. It was pretty chill. Like we went through pretty confident through the season. We were pretty successful. So it was a little bit of a stretch on the day of thinking like, oh, maybe not. But especially having such a successful season, I don't think we were quite that anxious of whether we'd win or not. So I think you're sort of already looking forward to that. Like you'd already kind of processed that a bit coming into the game. It was pretty cool. And then they go so quick. By the time we celebrate, it was really, really nice to get up and very up and about us, which was very, very welcome. Anything else?
Go through that season. Was there any point in the season, was there a particular game that you felt, all right, this is our year for the Premiership?
I think we had a couple of practice matches before the season, and with those, I think we won by a good 100 points for both of those, and they were both in divisions much higher than us. So we're bottom level, so C5, we're playing a B team, and I think the C1 team, and both of those were pretty good and pretty amazing. I think definitely after the first couple of rounds, I think we've got a good side here, and until we probably our biggest competition, the team that had a list, so we were very interested to see how that game was going to go. And then once that was a good hit out by us. So once that game had finished, I think a lot of the anxiety of where we match in that division had sort of mellowed out.
One of your teammates just turned up as well, just then. I'll get her to introduce herself as well and what position you played in on grand final day last year.
My name is Hannah, and I am a first-year player. Well, last year was my first year, and I play forward.
Yes, tell us a bit about the grand final. What was the preparations like leading up to that grand final?
There was definitely a lot of nerves. So we had a lot of expectations coming into the grand final, especially with Miranda being undefeated as well. There was a lot of emotions.
They made sure to do it on the windiest day.
Yeah. I'm very windy. Yeah.
I think as a club, we prepared really well. We had a lot of the boys come down and support us at training to get us prepared as well. And we just got around each other really well as a group. We just got along so well, and I think it really showed out on the field when we went out there and played. But I think that really helped in our preparation, that we all trusted each other and had each other's backs.
Especially all the girls that have played in finals before, kind of letting us know that finals is just a whole different game. You can win by so much all year, and then even in the grand final it was quite close. So not having those expectations that this is how the rest of how it's going to be now as it was for the rest of the year, and just kind of keep working and not get too overexcited.
We're very lucky to have such a good club behind us as well. Even on game day, all the guys were meeting us here, they were hyping us up, we were all getting ready to get on the party bus, we were all hyped, and it was a good morning. It was really good.
Yeah.
Good to just buy into it. Yeah.
Was there any stage of the grand final that you felt comfortable enough to enjoy the moment?
Like the last 2 minutes.
The last couple of minutes.
Yeah.
I think that most of it I was like really stressed because I was like, I don't know, what if it happens? What if we don't win? And then the last 2 minutes, I was like, I'm pretty sure we've got it. So when the final siren went and we'd won, I think I'd kind of already gone through all of the emotions of winning, and then I was like, oh, we won.
Because we didn't win by that much.
No, compared to
it was what 36
It was a very
So it's a
different
close
game.
game, so like they only needed a couple of goals to get back into it, which in footy can happen pretty quick. Especially such a big win. So if you get the win behind you, absolutely could get a couple. So yeah, and we haven't really had a test of teams taking it to us, so we're quite that great of what do we do now? So
When the final siren went, where was the ball at the time? And can you remember the reactions when the siren went?
I can't remember the ball. I think
Was the ball
mine
to
went
Naka?
Yeah, I think it was in our ball.
I can't remember the ball, but I remember crying.
I remember going and starting, I think, with Naka, and then we made a group and everyone came to that.
Yeah, it was like a huge
Yeah.
ran
And it was just
together.
piled
Everyone
on.
was piled on.
Andy Cole just tackled
Crowd
all day.
surf. Jumped over the top.
Finally did something.
I think I was on the bench.
I was on the bench.
I was on the bench.
Oh, that's the
because
worst.
Fiona, it was the last game.
She went in.
And I remember the last like 5 minutes, I was just congratulating all of our coaches. I was hugging everyone. I was like, we did it. Like, we won it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's such a moment too. Like, everything just goes quick. There's so much around.
Who got to hold the cup first? Oh, no, sorry, it wasn't the cup, wasn't it? It was the flag, wasn't it? Who got to hold the flag first? Sorry.
Captain.
So Gabby said, Dan and myself got to hold it up, so it was pretty cool. Pretty cool, and I had a lot of kids in our little photo, and they all running right in, want to be past it. So, and then it was pretty much passing it on to everyone, so that's pretty cool.
How good was it to hold the flag first before the rest of your team swarmed onto you?
Yeah. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to be given it, and And then, well, because when you're doing all the official stuff, and you're giving the medals, and you're just sitting there, and everyone else, so you're just sitting there by yourself for ages. It was finally just happy to have some people be around.
Did any of you bring your Premiership medals with you to show to us?
Yeah, I got mine. Yeah.
My son's got
Oh.
mine.
Mine's in my bag.
Yeah.
Jago. Like the box somewhere.
Macca's got hers on the kit. We'll see it in a sec. He's a little sucker. He's on the little bike at the moment.
No, he
He doesn't want to take it off.
It's his now. Premier now.
So how good was it to wear the Premiership medal around your neck? And did you sleep with it? And how long did you wear it for?
I absolutely did.
I slept in mine.
We did the nap 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
I think I went to Freo's game that night, and I wore it to the Freo game.
You've got these don't come around very often. You've got to
Especially for
girls
girls.
wore them out as well, like out clubbing or wherever they were headed.
and all our club functions from
Very
Saturdays
hard.
and
Yeah.
stuff. Obviously.
So the game was on a Saturday, and I was flying to Bali on a Monday, so I took the Bali with me.
He did. Definitely did.
How was the celebrations like after the formalities were all done, the presentations and everything?
Well, luckily it was an early game. But it was really good. The club opened up
That's the clubhouse.
Yeah, the clubhouse opened it up, had the bar open, so we were able to celebrate together in the one space.
And on the bus on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was try to get in the party with us.
Wasted no time.
So it was good. It was good pre-game, but then definitely post-game was good.
I think just to be with everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely best part of the night.
Definitely an amazing day.
And
night.
So you've won the C5 Premiership in the Perth competition. Do you go up for this year?
We're thinking. Still don't have confirmation of what level. So we'd asked, I think, as a club to be in C2 or C, but the rumours are probably either C1 or C2. So we'll definitely go up. Big chunk, but we should find out soon enough.
You know, well, it was almost maybe 4 or 5 months now since that grand final. Do you still like, you know, kicking yourselves that, you know, you've got the premiership that you deserve?
Yeah. We're still rubbing in the boys' faces anyway.
Our boys club, because they went up to A grade, it was a bit of an ask for them. So someone had to carry the club, and we were happy to do that. Hopefully we can do that again. They got relegated down, so they might do all right. Maybe it might be a chance for a double.
What's a bit about your premiership coach?
Is he very-
He doesn't know we're talking about him.
Nah, he's amazing. He's really great. He's a great young guy, very skillful.
I think we're
Very
really
knowledgeable.
lucky to have someone who gave such a big effort and so much to our club. Like being a first-year women's team, like the club in general got around us so well and provided and supported us. It was amazing. But I think Dan really put his heart out to all of us and really, like, he left nothing out there. He wanted it just as much as we did, and I think it really showed in the way that he celebrated that night.
He's an amazing coach. I think he's perfect to help us like he's very respected at the club, so it helps for us being new at the club, the women's team, in our first year, having someone that is very well respected to be able to bridge that little world, because it can be a bit tricky, but it was pretty seamless.
How did all you get involved in footy, and why did you choose it?
Used to get fouled out of basketball.
Do we want to go around?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't move to WA until 2019. I actually watched a footy game before that because I thought it was confusing. But then I got with my partner and she explained it to me, and then I just kind of got like really into it. I'm very competitive, and footy was a lot of fun to push people. So.
Anger management.
Oh, I manage my anger.
I got into it at school, playing at school, year 11 and 12, and then my friends played down at the local waffle club, so sort of led them along, enjoy my footy a lot more, so came down to
I'm not actually sure. I think the last club I was at, we were just starting a women's team. I thought, why not? Social thing, and then just been like a few years now, and then obviously back to Bassendean when I started up. And every year I'm like, I'm getting too old, and then back again the next year. So.
Probably good for the last 15 years.
She gets it.
They haven't believed me once yet.
So yeah, same sort of thing. I was down here last year watching my partner play a action before he started the girls run, and I'd never played footy before. I think I played like maybe one game in school or something for a carnival. And yeah, I watched the girls and I was so impressed by them. I was like, holy shit, these girls' skills are like really good. Yeah, I want to have a go. So then the following week I just rocked up to training and stuck around. It's probably the best decision that I've made in a long time for like my mental health So yeah, it's been really fun. I've like loved every minute of it, and I don't think I'll ever go back to not playing. So yeah, it's really good. It's really
Now she sells candy every week.
Oh,
by the way.
This is not here. I was the that got found out. So I actually started playing footy at Bassendean with the boys in 2011, and just have played on and until I couldn't play with the boys anymore. Went to the Waffle, and yeah, so yeah.
It was my first year playing last year, and I only came down as a support person for a friend who wanted to play. And then obviously, yeah, ended up loving it. And like Hannah said, it was the best decision I've ever made to stay and play and develop skills. And all the girls in the club have been absolutely amazing. So, yeah, my heart's definitely with this team now.
About 50 years ago.
That, when girls footy was really fun, probably play some juniors, but yeah, you're playing got other sports to get into. Then I probably did some high school cup footy, and then yeah, after I left high school, went and
What
joined
year was that?
2006 and 2007 was my first year at Swan Districts, and then went over to there, and then that was their first inaugural year. So I got to be there from the start-up of a Waffle Club coming in, and that was the first year that any of the Waffle clubs had a female side. So it was pretty cool to be part of that. So then I just stayed there forever until it was time to get on out and get some touches in Amos.
I can't really top that.
She's still in school, girls.
I joined football when I was about 15, 16. My friend got me down, and my dad just encouraged it. He loved it. And yeah, when I got too old for juniors, I was thinking about joining some other clubs, and then my partner's brother actually played at Bassendean, and he was like, yeah, come down, it'll be fun. And then that's when they got the women's side started. So just been taken with open arms pretty much.
As a follow-up to that question, and I think some of you might have already just mentioned it before. So what does the sport of football mean to all of you, and especially being part of this amazing club?
For me, footy is a bit like a safe space, like meeting all of these girls, and like I knew some of the girls were playing, but getting to meet a lot of the new ones kind of just became like family. You could rely on them anytime. So it's just, I don't know how to really explain it, but it's kind of just like a lifeline. Like you've always got them. They're always going to be there no matter what.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, footy is like, it's a space where I want to be around all the time. So I just get to run around with my mates and just have a good time, basically.
Yeah, same. It's, and like Hannah said before, it's, you know, for your mental health. Probably refuse to do cardio in the gym, so come down and just, you know, to be able to bring my kids down and play with other kids too, it's something exciting for them to do a few times a week, so just get it done.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, well, it's kind of like playing footy is kind of like being back in school in a way. Like primary school, you get to catch up with all your friends and no, maybe, yeah, sometimes. No, that's what it feels like, because I definitely went through a period of my life where I didn't do much. I moved from a country town, and a lot of my friends are still based in the country, so I didn't really have many girlfriends. So yeah, coming down to the clubs really like allowed me to make heaps of friendships, very like close ones. So yeah, it's just been really good. And I never really quite understood the footy, the whole deal about footy. You know, previously my partner played, and I kind of was like, oh, hurry up, come home, you know, on Saturday nights. I didn't quite grasp like what it meant, but now I fully understand like the feeling and why he wanted to be here so often, and yeah, what it's actually like. So yeah. just positive, yeah. Just a really good sport, really nice to be part of a team. So yeah.
Yeah, again, like everyone else said, it's all about that connection. You feel like a really big community, and it's just such a strong group of people. So I don't know, they see you at your best, they see you at your worst, and they're always there to support you. So it's just good having people that you can go to and, you know, discuss not even just footy, you can discuss life with them. So yeah, it's just great to be around them.
Footy's been like really good. After playing for so many years, I love seeing all the new players come through and help developing them into the game. And for me, that's just what I love most about the game, is watching people actually come into play. Footy's just always been in the family, so it's kind of just been my everyday thing now. So yeah.
Yeah, just like everybody else said, the community and the club and the environment is just, you know, it will forever stay with you, and they make new friends and they get to play around, and hopefully maybe one day when the same club's around.
You're here for the banter, definitely. It's just fitness, fun and friends, pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much.
Just pretty much everything everyone else has said, just
Just repeat.
especially the kids, you know. Please babysitting, right?
On cue, Jagger, on cue.
He fell off the bar. So his kid just rode in front of us and it just fell over.
Great segue to my next question, which is for people that should get involved in footy, what would be your advice to them, especially whereabouts is your home ground for everyone over there in WA?
Where's our home ground?
It's at Jubilee Reserve, sorry, in Bassendean. Yeah. East of Perth. No? Specifically, it's about 2 k's from the river.
Just come down.
Yeah,
So it's a bit nervous getting into a new side and stuff, and new sport especially, you know, we're sort of where we're at. Coming to a new sport, where you don't know many people, it's always anxious the first couple of times. But then we start, you know,
I think like if you us have like being new to a sport, being new to a club, so we all know what it feels like. Like, I mean, we welcomed everyone with open arms. I've been welcomed with open arms, so I can't imagine that anything would ever change.
Yeah, you just got to take a chance and take a risk and give it a go. If it's something that you really want to do or you really want to try, then you just really have to get out and do it. Otherwise, it will never happen.
You don't know unless you try, right?
Yeah, and don't worry about like your level, because a fair few girls in our team were brand new players and never kicked footy before, and it's worked out. Like we won a grand final because we had the mentors and the girls who played for years to help us. So yeah, studies, so just bite the bullet and do it. It'll help you out so much, like mentally and physically. Just do it.
Just noticed another teammate's just joined you as well, which I'll get all involved over the last couple of minutes. So I will get her to introduce herself as well. And what does the sport of football mean to her, and especially playing for the club?
So I'm Caitlin Mann. They call me Manny around these parts. There's 45 Caitlins / the bull. And I play in the mid. Only the she's not versatile. Footy means a lot. Whether it be just for physical and mental health, that aspect of socializing with like friends and learning to love footy for the actual social amateur side over that competitive intense side that I used to play. It's been a nice breath of fresh air just actually enjoying the game and implementing myself into like a healthy, nice sporting environment. Which has been great at Basso. All the girls are lovely, all welcoming. We all get along really well. We're really blessed in that regard.
We'll bring the whole team back for this next question. Who had the most embarrassing moment on the field last season, and what was it?
I know. It wasn't actually technically a player, but a player's partner.
Oh, yeah.
So let me set the scene for you. So she is out playing in the field, and she goes down. She's destroyed her ankle, and there's a whole lot going on. There's ligament damage. There's potentially a break at this point. We're not really sure. So she goes down, and our coach and our runner run out to go retrieve her. So they've got her arms around either side of them, and they're carrying her off. When striding out from the boundary line comes her boyfriend, who wants to, lay a lending hand and take over the situation. So hoists her up, picks her up, holding her in both of his
Honeymoon style.
pushes our coach and runner out of the way, and it's like, I've got this. Takes about 3 steps and just hops completely over onto her. Her already mangled ankle goes like this the other way. She's
It was probably fine with
in
the
tatters.
She broke it in like 7 places.
Yeah, it was
6 of
broken
them
in
were from the
7
fall.
places. It was the most beautiful thing I think I've ever seen.
Definitely.
But devastating.
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny. So
And they
funny.
have not returned. We have not actually seen them since.
I think the boyfriend was like embarrassed.
Yeah.
Can you wave it?
'Cause,
Lovely people though, they're gorgeous people. We wish them all the best. Hopefully she's not too mangled in today's day. I'd say that. Would we all agree?
Yeah, definitely.
Based off last year's team or even this year's team. So who's the comedian, the best singer, and enter their TikTok/Be Real?
Comedian. I'll take it.
Comedian's gotta be Hoppy.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Not like on purpose though. It's just like the stuff that comes out of my mouth. I don't know. I don't have a filter. It's like I'm not trying to be funny. It just comes out of my mouth.
With you or at
Both.
TikTok are definitely Macca.
Macca and Marley. Hers is
Maya.
My daughter goes viral.
Has to be Manning.
Yeah.
She has some little operas going on.
Give us a preview.
Selwyn.
So- Did you do like some sort of premiership dance or celebration, or some sort of TikTok, whatever it is?
In this very room.
Hilly probably had the best one. It was just like probably a decent twerk.
TikTok.
Yeah. It went everywhere. She practiced a lot in Bali. We've got lots of videos. She'd spent some time perfecting. Yeah. Homemade vodkas. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, her like some homebrew vodkas that like your family had made. It was church.
My reaction to it as well.
It was children.
Yeah.
So we'll finish with these last two. Any good nicknames in the team we should know about?
Oh, we're not that
Is there any-
creative. Because a lot of the time it's name based.
I got the ball.
I'm not sure there's any. The only one I can think of is Legsy.
Legsy.
Yeah, we have
They
legs.
call her she's had that name for a while.
She's got long legs.
Because she's got legs, but she can run. She's a quick runner.
Everything else is like last name.
Yeah, everything else is just name related.
And a two-part one to finish. So the first part is, did you do a fine system last season? And if so, who copped the most fines?
Oh, that's a great point. I reckon this will be First short down.
Or Shani Man.
Shani Man.
Hannah
was high. Hannah does some silly things, so it's very easily finable. Always in the wrong spot. Yeah. No, that's always definitely a big thing of culture, fines.
Yeah.
Yeah, hilarious. Always funny.
And the final part of the question, do either of you have a pre-game superstition or ritual or pre-game pump-up song to hype yourselves up before a game?
I have to have a chucking up before the game.
I started
And then
doing
I have
it
to
as
clear
well.
it out, and then I'm good to go for the day. I think mine was having my uniform ready, my bag packed, because if I have to do it in the morning, I'm like all over the joint.
I gotta wear a headband. I have to wear the same underwear.
Mine's putting on the boots like 2.5 minutes before the game. As you're on 10 minutes before the game. Yeah, I don't like too much, otherwise you're thinking about it too much. Yeah, I'd like to just go out there and do it.
Nah, I don't really have anything.
I just rock up and
Lollies, I just have to do it
Yes.
before every game.
I think as a team, we all have that though. Like, once we get together or to get out in the field, we'll know exactly what we're doing, where we're supposed to be, how we're warming up, and I think that's an important time to have together before the game actually starts.
Very excited.
Ori, thank you so much for giving up some of your time to join us. Congratulations on winning the Premiership last year. Well deserved. And hopefully you can make it back to back in 2023. And hopefully I'll be coming down to Perth to watch you in action.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No worries. And of course, if you want to get involved with this amazing team, of course, we'll put all the details up on how you can get involved in this Premiership team in 2023. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.